Hi guys, this is Kimmy Yanks and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is 25th of July 2025 and the time right now is about 7:40 in the morning. Here I am in my hotel room in Aachen and about to head out to Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. This is the start of the 2025 Belgian Grand Prix. Well, really excited about it. Also, there's a big twist in this race weekend for me personally, because this is the first time I'm actually going to be a guest of the Alpin F1 team after almost 12 years now. Way back in 2012 and 2013, they were called the Lotus F1 team, and the team has gone through a major number of changes, personnel changes, name changes, rebranding, all sorts of things. And now they are, of course, called the Alpine Racing F1 team. So, yeah, it's a kind of a bittersweet feeling because I will miss my time with Ferrari for this race weekend. And you've always seen me in the Scuderia red colors over a race weekend. And now I'm actually wearing just neutral clothing. And I'm about to show you guys how good the Alpine hospitality is and the kind of access that we enjoy over the weekend. This race weekend, I'm not alone. I have my good friend Yang with me. So, hey Yang.
Hello everyone. Really happy to be here. Just want to say this is going to be an incredible weekend. We look forward to what Alpine could do for us, and I've had an incredible experience with them owning Austria as well as Silverstone. Spa is a dream circuit. It is also a dream and nightmare for plenty of drivers. It's a place in the middle of the forest. The surroundings, it is serene. We cannot wait. This will be a special week. It's also sprint weekend, which is my first ever sprint weekend, which will be very interesting. And we look forward to one hell of a weekend. Hopefully, we have plenty of photos, plenty of stories to show all of you.
And it's your first race week, for first time in Belgium, right?
First time ever in Belgium, which is which adds to the appeal. This is stop number 3 on my quadruple header. Austria, Silverstone, Spa and Hungary. We think we're nearly there, but we ain't anywhere close to getting finished.
Yeah, and he's literally catching up to the number of races that I've done over the past 13 years. So I think he's going to overtake me fairly quickly now. So
no, this will take a while. Which is a very large lead ahead. But at the same time, Australia is a very far place. So we've already come so far. Why not do a little more?
Absolutely. So guys, we're about to head out now from Aachen here in Germany. It's about a 50-minute ride to the Radisson Blu in Spa, where we pick up our race passes, as is the custom on every Friday morning. And then from there, head to Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the start of the race weekend. So I'll see you guys on track or probably en route. So the race passes are here in this cute little purple bag. And yeah, that is the name proudly displayed there. BWT Alpin F1 Team. We keep changing names, all these teams throughout every season. So Yang's already wearing his and I'm about to unbox mine. This is a very different format to what we have with Ferrari. Ferrari, of course, just has this envelope and you have the 3 passes housed in those. This one is more like a case unboxing, if I can put it that way. There you go. You've written Paddock Club 2025. You have BWT Formula 1 team written, and then, okay. So this is very nicely sorted and kept depending on the day. So you got Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Also, the sticker for the team is already affixed to the pass here. That is something new for what I've seen with Alpine. Normally in Ferrari and Red Bull, they actually affix this sticker once you're at the suite entrance itself. Oh, before I forget, there's a card here. And this is just having 2 printed autographs of Jack Doohan and Pierre Gasly on it. So, yeah, a nice addition to have to a very nice looking welcome package from Alpine. welcome to Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps on a Friday morning. And yeah, we are walking down to the Paddock Club entrance because we've been dropped off right at the back there, somewhat near the taxi stand. And now, yeah, walking all across, and you can see the stores here of many of the teams. Definitely don't have time to shop right now, probably tomorrow or day after. But yeah, it's a very busy part of the Friday morning. I'm actually shocked at the amount of traffic we ran into while coming into the circuit. It's very uncharacteristic on a Friday morning, but this is Spa, the old school circuit and its old roads. It really gets challenging to reach the circuit from wherever you're at. Thankfully, we were coming in from Aachen, so the traffic wasn't as bad as it is while coming in from Hasselt. So yeah. Anyways, walking across, and yeah, you can see a fair bit of people walking into the track right now at the stage. So we have an absolutely crazy collection of Formula 1 merchandise here from last season as well as the current year. And yeah, we're still walking towards the main entrance gate, and everything is like so well stocked out here. So yeah, really looking forward to shopping later in the day, or probably tomorrow when I come into the circuit. So we've walked through the security checkpoint, and this is the final stretch to La Source, turn 1 of the circuit. That is where we gain entry into the circuit from, and that is Hotel La Source, the La Source, the most famous and the closest accommodation to the circuit, inaccessible for booking because all of it is taken up by the teams and the personnel and some drivers, of course. I'm already going to be hitting 10,000 steps fairly early in the day today because this is Spa, and Spa is all about walking. It's almost a 7-kilometer long track. So after going through the main security checkpoint, which was back there, I'm walking down now to the Paddock Club parking, from where we can either get the shuttle or go under the bridge to go to the Paddock Club entrance. I think I might do the latter today. So yeah, let's see. So that's the uphill section there. Fair amount of walking to be done. And now you can see a small view of the circuit. The F3 session is delayed because of fog. Fog is just messing things up badly. And it's about to be 10 a.m. in the morning. So the Paddock Club will be opening up shortly. So, and I'm walking right down to the tunnel entrance. That's Gold 9, and yeah, it's quite a steep descent at this gradient changing Formula 1 circuit. Turn left, and that is the entry to go through the tunnel under the track and to the Paddock Club entrance on that side. Welcome to the tunnel, and it's a very short walk to the Paddock Club entrance, up onto the paddock side, the Paddock Club side to be precise. And the F3 cars are getting ready for their practice sessions. as we make our way down now to the Paddock Club entrance. Welcome to the F1 Paddock Club here in Belgium Spa, and unfortunately we got late. The Paddock Club opened a lot earlier at 8:30, but for some bizarre reason we got the communication that the suite opens at 10. So basically the main Paddock Club opened at 8:30 and the suite for Alpine opened at 10. So it was all a messed up schedule in the morning. So we've actually gotten late, but anyways, we have a great view of the grid. Just about P1, P2, P3, P4 is what we can see from here. You can see the start lights and then the run into La Source. So the layout of the Paddock Club has changed. I will be covering that in the latter half of the video. But yeah, this is the club suite. Again, a shared space for all the teams. In fact, Ferrari is there as well in the shared suite as well. So the global partner lounges are much bigger now for Formula One. So, but these are shared suites that are being used by all the teams. Welcome to the first pit lane walk of the day and also the weekend. And we can see the teams, the pit crew practicing their pit stops. And this is of course the pit lane, and a fairly light Friday morning here for now. Of course it's going to get busier in the second half when the practice sessions for Formula One get underway, or rather the only practice session for Formula One gets underway, because this is a sprint weekend. Going to be very tight for the teams because now they have to work along with a much shorter schedule. The drivers won't have much time for setups, so what you set up is what you get eventually. It's going to be a very rushed practice session, maximizing the output in the only practice session of the weekend. And as I walk through, you can actually overhear Aston Martin going through their pit lane practice, pit stop practice. Yeah, almost every team is now involved in its pit stop practices because it's a very, very busy time here in the pit lane. And this practice session, or rather the time prior to this practice session, is the only time that the teams will have to do their pit stops. This is the other end of the pit lane, and that is the medical car there with the safety car right behind it. And you can see the cars come up into the pit lane from there. That is the podium, of course, followed by McLaren's garage, which is the championship winning team from last year, the Constructors' Championship. And then Ferrari, of course, followed by Red Bull Racing on the far side. Welcome to the Alpine garage, and you can see Pierre Gasly's name and his car so beautifully on display. We've got two front wings there looking equally beautiful. Franco Colapinto, the second driver, and yeah, that is the car of Franco Colapinto's that's actually just put out on display for people to get a closer look and get some quick photos. The noise that you hear in the background are the classic Formula One cars from the yesteryears doing their round around the track for the fans to admire and enjoy. Well, that is the end of the pit lane walk, the first pit lane walk of the day. We are now heading back to the Paddock Club as the pit lane is cleared now for the only free practice session of the weekend. And yeah, the teams have their work cut out. A very busy practice session coming up. And you can actually see the Stake F1 team car. So I was downstairs during free practice 1 in the garage. You must have seen the footage that I've shared. And yeah, this is a very hectic session. Just showing you guys the view from the suite. And you can see the cars going thick and fast, trying to have their fill of sessions. It's obviously going to be a very important time, this crucial 60 minutes for everyone, and I think we have one of the cars coming in the pit lane. Yeah, there you go. So guys, that was the end of free practice, the only practice session of the weekend, and everybody was busy. Everyone were busy with their practice starts at the end of free practice. And yeah, now we can see the cars returning to the pit lane now, and we will have sprint qualifying after this. So guys, here we are on one end of the Paddock Club, and the entertainment desk is right here. And while we are here, we are actually waiting to go out on the photo safari. The Formula 3 session is just about to come to an end. The qualifying session is just about to end, and yeah, we'll now be getting ready to head out for the Formula 2 photo safari. And yeah, I honestly don't know which turn it's going to be, but I'm hoping it is the run up to Eau Rouge and Radillon. I think it's one of the most iconic turns that we can have. And yeah, you can see the beauty of Spa, surreal Spa, like I love to call it. There's a bit of wind, making it really pleasant weather, even though the sun is out. The skies are clear, and it looks like we're going to have a dry sprint qualifying session in Formula 1. Welcome to the support race paddock, and this is the photo safari, and you can actually see the run to Eau Rouge and Radillon. Actually, Eau Rouge is already almost through, and then you have the run to Radillon. So yeah, that is how thank you very much. We have to ensure that we are not venturing onto the support race paddock pit lane. So, after a lot of effort, we are back on the truck for the truck tour. Now this is going to be insane, and Spa is one of the most popular tracks to go on in the calendar, and this is going to be a fun ride through this track in the Ardennes.
All of a sudden do it, jump in the car and go. They'll be building up to it lap by lap, and then we're starting the incline now. So take a moment to look behind you as we climb up, and you'll see that steepness of the hill and the incline and elevation, and you can feel it in your body as well as we head up. But Diego, it's a very cool corner, but it's quite scary as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well, actually this is a combination of two turns. The first one is called Rouge, and the second one Radillon.
That is the pit lane walk done, and now I'm making my way back up to the Paddock Club. Our track tour is completed, and now it's time for action on track. This is going to be the start of the sprint qualifying session. The start is about 5 minutes away, so we are going to hear the cars firing up in the pit lane shortly. And I can assure you, even though this is just sprint qualifying, the drivers will be going at it full throttle. This qualifying session will decide the grid for the sprint race on Saturday morning. So yeah, a much shorter session compared to the conventional qualifying session that we see on a Saturday afternoon, but an equally important session because you have points for the taking, and the teams and the drivers have to maximize all they can from this from this afternoon session on the Friday. So that is the sprint qualifying done and dusted, and we had a massive track evolution in SQ2 where the time just kept crashing, and Norris was the quickest in SQ2 with Oscar on the other side in P10. Now come SQ3, we have Oscar who's taken the sprint pole from Max Verstappen, and Lando Norris completes the top 3 with Charles Leclerc in P4. Pierre Gasly had a decent run, P8. I think is definitely a good result for Alpine when it comes to starting the race, or rather the sprint race tomorrow. But what a lap by Oscar Piastri there to ensure that he gets the better of Max Verstappen, who put in a stellar lap himself to dethrone Norris from that provisional pole position during the sprint qualifying. Well, this brings us to the end of all the activities that are going to happen on track, Formula 1 related, and now we will actually see the Paddock Club slowly but surely emptying out of guests as they make their way back to their respective hotels or accommodations across the track. Welcome to the paddock here in Spa-Francorchamps. And as always, you can see how expansive this paddock is. 2 levels. The lower level, of course, houses the hospitality centers for the sponsors and the guests of the team or the drivers themselves. And then upstairs, 1 level up, we have the engineering center or the debrief centers where the drivers spend most of their times with the engineers discussing, talking, and trying ways to get faster over the course of the weekend. So yeah, here you can see the hospitality units in not really a particular order itself, but in their own ways, equally beautiful and well laid out. So we started off with Alpine there. We also had a Pirelli and a Williams on the far end over there. On this side we have the FI guests, and we have guests of Formula 1 themselves by invitation only, and then yeah, on this side we've got McLaren to our left, we have Red Bull to our right, and then we've got Mercedes to our right as well. Walking further on, if we keep going straight, and of course we've got Ferrari right here. So we got both the Ferrari hospitality units here. We have Aramco Aston Martin Formula 1 team. We've got Kick Sauber F1. And then of course DHL and Haas on the other end of the paddock. So the time right now is about 9:25 in the evening, and I'm walking back to the paddock exit. It's the end of Friday here, and although it's been a productive day, I would say it's a bittersweet day because we kind of got a few drivers, missed a few drivers, and yeah, it's been all over the place. But nevertheless, good day at the office, and we have 2 more days to get more autographs and more signatures, and hopefully more memories to make. And yeah, most importantly, I got my Lewis Hamilton mini helmet signed, as well as the Fernando Alonso limited edition, and we've gotten a very happy Yang here.
Mission of the day: get my first ever photo with Fernando Alonso. A posed one. I've had a few bad selfies, and we did it. First time in 18 years. Super worth it. Nicest I've ever seen him. Lewis was awesome. Took a photo, and yeah, successful day.
And yeah, now we make our way back to the taxi area for our transfer back to Aachen, and it's goodbye from a very silent yet very beautiful Belgian GP paddock. So guys, I'm back in my hotel room, and the time right now is about 11 in the evening, and yeah, it's been a very productive Friday. I have ink on my fingers here, and some markings on my t-shirt as well, but yeah, it was all worth the effort, worth the wait, and finally made it back to the comfort of my room now. It's going to be a very early morning start. 7 a.m. is when we plan on leaving, so I'll have just about 6.5 hours of sleep, so don't really have much time to go and grab a bite, although I am going to chance my arm and see if I can find something to eat. And yes, other than that, try and get some sleep and get ready for the day tomorrow. Very happy that I was finally able to get Lewis to sign my mini helmet, and Fernando to sign the mini helmet that I've had, the 400 GP edition, and really glad that the patience to get these 2 iconic drivers worked. Getting photos and autographs was a bit of a hit and a miss today. The drivers have found a new exit point to walk out of the paddock and end up in the paddock parking directly, so you have to better plan to get hold of these drivers as they walk out towards the exits. So yeah, thankfully we were in the right place, and we were able to catch hold of a few drivers on their way out. It was a very interesting Friday. We have, of course, the sprint race tomorrow morning, followed by the qualifying for the Grand Prix, which will happen on Sunday. So looking forward to that as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content that's come your way. I know there must be things that I wanted to cover and I've not been able to cover. I'll only know later when I actually sit and do the editing post race. So apologies if I've missed out on something. I will most definitely plan on doing more tomorrow and try and cover more aspects from the race weekend for you guys. As always, I'll be leaving links to my other social media handles in the description below. So if you want to connect with me there, please do so. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much everyone for all the support that you guys have been showering upon me. Anyways, this is Kimi Yang signing off. Take care guys, stay safe, and I will see you with the Saturday experience shortly.